Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler return to brutally attack Raquel Rodriguez. Trinity in action with the return of Rear View and Impact. NXT Women's Championship Tournament kicks off with the surprising results. Julia Hart defeats Anna Jay in a no-hold-bars match. Becky Lynch challenges Trish Stratus in Night of Champions. And Asuka finally hits Blue Mist on Bianca Belair. Welcome everyone to Ring the Bell. This is DS and this is Women's Wrestling Weekly. We officially got 90K sub and I'm so excited with this dream interview finally happening with Alicia Fox confirmed for next weekend, thus the captain outfit. It is Foxy Holiday here at Ring the Bell, so hit that subscribe button. Still 60% of you did not yet. Let's get to the 100K. Come on. You guys, come on! But enough of that, let's jump right into last night's Raw. So we first saw Becky Lynch cut a passionate promo against Trish Stratus. We're really eating good with Trish cutting her delicious, devilicious heel promos. I died last week with all the references from her 2005 heel promos and her calling Becky's daughter stupid. It's so ridiculous. And their back and forth on Twitter has been so satisfying, and I can't even hold my excitement for next week's contract signing segment that will be so freaking good. And who is Becky Lynch? She's the man, she's the promo queen of WWE, and she again did masterful storytelling, talking about where she was psychologically, needing help from Lita and Trish Stratus, and Trish turning on her lit up a fire inside her. It was a great babyface promo, and she challenged Trish Stratus at Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia. We were told by dirt sheets over and over again that this is SummerSlam feud, so I didn't even realize that we have Saudi show coming up, and Trish wrestling there makes kind of sense because they love inviting legends in the Saudi show. Maybe Trish will win there and the feud can continue till SummerSlam, only because I really want to see heel Trish Stratus wrestle myself. Or WWE teased something that looked pretty enticing too, Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch, as Rhea was watching Becky cut this promo rather closely backstage. She's eyeing on her competition. And then she was confronted with Natalya, who told her about the RESPCT, take care, TCB, which means take care business.
Take care of business.
Then mommy calls out Natalya. She knows that Natty wasn't there to help out Dana last week. I love you, Natty, but she has a point. You were very slow walking down that ramp for a person who's out there to save someone. And the champion says if she ever tries to cross her again, she will end her career. Guess we're setting up for another Night of Champions match. This will be a great match, to be honest. We then get Raquel Rodriguez versus Chelsea Green singles match, originally scheduled to be a women's tag team championship match, but Liv Morgan is now out with an injury from the match on SmackDown, and as we all suspected, Karens went off about this change to Adam Pearce. Chelsea and Sonya really deserve everything. Oh, so entertaining. Also, Chelsea, by the way, looks so effing good, especially her hair was on fire today. The match was what it was. I just love Chelsea and Sonya so much, so I was wondering if they pull an upset here to set up a storyline, but no, Raquel picks up a decisive win, hitting a huge Tahana bomb on Chelsea, because they had other plans, which is the return of Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler, and they brutally attack Raquel Rodriguez and tell her to defend the title, or they will torture her until Raquel and Liv will be able to. You know that I love the team of Ronda and Shayna. This is a team that screams domination, so just them returning, throwing in that challenge, I think legitimizes the tag division. Only the irony is that Liv and Raquel were really just waiting for Shayna and Ronda to return from the injury since they won the tag match at WrestleMania, but when they finally returned and all recovered, Liv Morgan is out with an injury. Is this some Sasha and Naomi voodoo because tag division can't catch a break? Either way, I'm satisfied. It was an exciting return angle, and we'll see where this goes from here. Lastly, we saw a super short backstage interaction between Zoe Stark and Candice LeRae. Zoe Stark was talking to Nikki Cross about how amazing her debut match went to the person she defeated. She then starts calling Nikki weirdo, then Candice runs in to stop her, challenges her to a match next week. First of all, this match will slap. Secondly, Nikki Cross will fit perfectly with the waves. I'm so here for it. And this episode is brought to you by Dossier, our beloved Dossier. You know we love Dossier, as they are our longest running partner. And as we should, because we seriously love Dossier in our daily lives. We use them literally every day. And I just picked this new one straight from Walmart. It's called Musky Guayac, which is inspired by Le Labo Guayac 10, which smells super smoky and earthy. I love the complexity of it, but the original original Lee Labo product is like $350 per bottle, which is a lot. This here is really everything. And yeah, I picked it up from Walmart because Dossier recently launched their fragrance in Walmart, so you can also easily pick them up from your nearby Walmart. Again, Dossier is all about yes to smelling good and no to overpaying, and you'll be able to find all the fragrances inspired by those fancy, glitzy designer fragrances in reasonable price, yet premium quality with Dossier. And don't forget to use discount code 10RingTheBell for the exclusive discount to save even more. Thank you, Dossier! Going back to last Tuesday, WWE NXT kicks off with the 8 women who's announced to be part of the NXT Women's Championship Tournament. We start with the first quarterfinals with Tiffany Stratton versus Gigi Dolan, and I gotta say, all 8 women in this tournament are so strong. These matches are very, very unpredictable. And to my surprise, Gigi Dolan loses clean to Tiffany Stratton. And this match was really fun. Gigi looked explosive here, and Tiffany worked Gigi's arm, which was a bit different from her usual style, and Stratton picks up the win with the beautiful moonsault in 5 minutes. Kind of surprised to see Gigi losing clean here after losing clean to JC the other week, and she herself seems legit unhappy with the booking, saying, "I miss being PK." PK as in Priscilla Kelly, name she used in her indie days on Instagram. Does she really miss those wild harlot stuff she used to pull with the tuna tampon splash in NXT? I don't know if sponsors will be down for that, but either way, fun match. I'm very satisfied. The tournament continues with Lila Valkyria versus Kiana James, and this match got more time, 9 minutes match, and Lila got to show some interesting maneuvers, especially during the chain wrestling time. The body scissors and all, I feel like I'm slowly getting her unorthodox style, and I'm liking it. Kiana later hits this huge powerbomb to finish the match, but nope, Lila kicks out to my surprise, and she finishes Kiana with the huge spinning kick. This was a really fun match, another surprise given that Kiana is in such prominent storylines with Fallon and all. Very satisfied. On AEW Dynamite, we had no holds barred match between Julia Hart and Anna Jay, two AEW homegrown talents. So they've been building this feud for weeks when Anna Jay returned to attack Julia as part of JAS versus House of Black storyline, and they even had the main event of Rampage singles match where Julia won a couple weeks ago, and again Julia Hart walks out of this 10-minute match victorious. While this was rather more PG no hold barred match from AEW, because we've seen some wild bloody wars recently from Anna Jay too in that street fight match, but this was still a very fun match. Loved Anna Jay hitting vicious gory bomb onto the pile-up chair on the floor, and at the end Julia Hart hit superplex onto the pile-up chairs on the ring. Although the chairs were a little bit too far, so only Anna's leg really hit them, but it's okay. Anna does not need all that. Again, she went through hell from that street fight match already, so give her a break. And then Anna taps out to Julia's submission to end this match. This was a really cute match, and I love how Anna, who rose to stardom in AEW rather quickly with some of these hard-hitting hardcore matches, helped Julia Hart get those credits with this hardcore match. And I'm actually really enjoying Julia. Her character work is interesting, her wrestling's improving. I'm here for it. This was definitely a good secondary feud for AEW's women's division, only if the primary feuds were done properly. But either way, I'm satisfied. Let's move to Impact Wrestling. We first saw Masha Slamovich versus Killer Kelly, the battle of two deadly redheads. This was a fantastic match, packed with action. They have this awesome feud going since Rebellion, Intergender Hardcore War, and the finish here was genius, keeping both women super strong. Killer Kelly locks in Killer Clutch, but Slamovich uses ropes to springboard and lands on top of Kelly for the 3-count victory while still being locked in the submission hold. And even in the post-match, Kelly refuses to break the lock, so the winner, Slamovich, passes out. This was a super competitive match, so satisfied. Seriously, Knockouts division is so freaking strong. And for the main event, we have Impact Knockouts Tag Team Championship match. Tag champions Coven versus Knockouts champion Deonna Purrazzo and Jordynne Grace. I guess Impact Wrestling really said they will steal both Naomi and Can They Coexist storyline from WWE, because Jordynne and Deonna will face off each other at Under Siege for the Knockouts Championship, and this was another fantastic match. Jordynne's superhuman power always wows me so much, and at the end, with the tale as old as time, accidental contact between the challenger and the champion, costing them the match, and the Coven hits Spinebuster tag finisher to pin Jordynne Grace in 13 minutes. Post-match, the Coven continues to beat down on Grace, then Trinity's music hits as she gets in the action for the first time in so long time. We've all been waiting for this. We're feeling the glow, she's feeling filling the globe, and she was so smooth with the Lutha's press takedown and return of the rear view, and she helps Jordan up to end this show. Great booking from Impact, setting up this animosity between the newcomer Trinity with the Coven for her debut match against Kylan King, and of course, Deonna and Jordan Grace cannot coexist heading into this championship match. Satisfied. We also see Trinity's interview segment during the show where she says she will have an open contract for a match at Under Siege pay-per-view. She is then interrupted by Jay Vidal, Giselle Shaw's sexy assistant, for a selfie. So we're getting Trin versus Kylan King and versus Giselle Shaw. Boom, boom, like that. We're eating good. On AEW Rampage, we saw Toni Storm versus Allison Kay, and this was the build for the upcoming Dynamite match, 6-woman tag match, The Outcast versus Jamie Hayter, Britt Baker, and returning Hikaru Shida, which was announced on Dynamite. This was a fun 5-minute match, and it's good to see Allison back in AEW, and she looked really deadly with those hard clothesline and devastating sunset driver. We also got to see Outcast being total heel trolls, attacking Allison from outside every chance they got, and at the end, Toni Storm hit sweet chic music and Storm Zero for the win. By the way, it's kind of interesting to see Toni with those Mickie James, Alicia Fox bell-bottom pants, isn't it? But seriously, as much as I love The Outcast, this never-ending storyline with Britt and Jamie isn't doing anyone any favor. Let's progress the storyline already, not Riho tagging out to another Japanese Hikaru Shida to tag in to do this whole 6-woman feud. Also, is Jade Cargill's feud with Taya over with Taya losing and getting suspended? And also, with AEW collusion rumored to start around June as AEW's new secondary show, is Rampage even worth watching for catching up with storylines anymore? I am just so Confucius with AEW. With everything. WWE SmackDown, we saw a women's tag team championship match, Bayley and Dakota Kai challenging the champion, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. And I know I wasn't the biggest fan of the team Liv and Raquel, but I don't know, they're kind of winning me over. Mostly with their character moments coming into the ring, with Raquel throwing Liv around like weapon and Liv loving it. It's kind of cute, and it's working for both Liv and Raquel's characters, and their matching gears were also so cute. Dakota and Bayley had some impressive tag moves too. The top rope Meteora from Dakota was amazing, and I also loved Liv selling up Dakota's right hand too. And at the end, Bayley orders Io to grab the tag belts to attack Liv while referee was busy, but Raquel steps in and the plan backfires, giving the chance for Liv to pick up a roll-up pin on Bayley. From Backlash to this match, Damage Control is looking a bit shaky right now. We'll see how this all pans out, all shakes out. Also, Isla Dawn and Alba Fire, the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions, were watching this match closely backstage. I wonder what the situation will be there with the NXT Championship being on main roster. Title unification maybe? Overall, this was fun. Satisfied. And we got Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair's homecoming championship celebration with their sporting orange and white University of Tennessee colors. While this was for the longest running women's championship reign in the modern era, the segment was the shortest of all. Bianca couldn't even say anything because Asuka returns for the first time since the WrestleMania loss, and finally, she successfully mists Bianca with the blue mist on her face, potentially turning heel if she hasn't already. She better be fully healed this time because we deserve the real murder clown, ruthless heel Asuka. No more playing games, no more blue balling with the blue mist. And I love how Bianca sold the heck out of the mist, screaming even backstage. I mean, I loved it for what they made it to be, but it is criminal how short WWE cut this segment to be, while they were having like 11 segments for that effing bloodline shit. Let alone, they still haven't addressed the fact that Raw Women's Champion is in SmackDown, and the SmackDown Women's Champion is in Raw. Like, are we just gonna act colorblind now? And that is it for this week's Women's Wrestling Weekly. Thank you for joining in. Again, I'm so excited for some pop party. The Alicia Fox this weekend in Baltimore. I'm so excited about it. If you can join in, please join in. Alicia Fox, this is her first public appearance since being MIA, and we were all missing her. I'm so excited, and it seems like she's entering into her new chapter of her wrestling career. And if you haven't yet, please submit your favorite moments of Alicia Fox and Melina into the community tab so I can prep for those interviews. And to follow me on social media, you can find me at DShin on Instagram and Ring the Bell DS on Twitter. Alright, see you next time. Bye!